The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s, South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net. 21st Precinct, aka 21st Precinct and 21st Precinct, was a police drama broadcast on CBS Radio from July 7, 1953, to July 26, 1956. It was initially a summer replacement for My Friend Irma. The program was produced in cooperation with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association of the City of New York and presented adaptations from true criminal records in New York. From the policeman's point of view. Historically, the 21st Precinct had been located near Gramercy Park in Manhattan, but in 1929 the department reorganized the precinct numbering, and the 21st designation was dropped from use. No such precinct existed during the show's run, nor does a 21st exist today. However, the fictional precinct's territory corresponds closely to that of the Upper East Side's 23rd Precinct as it has existed since 1929. Stanley Niss was the producer-writer-director. The role of Precinct Captain Frank Kennelly was played by Everett Sloan for the first 109 episodes and briefly in episode 135. During episode 109, Captain Frank Kennelly was promoted to Deputy Inspector and reassigned out of the 21st Precinct. He was replaced by Captain Cronin James Gregory, 1955-56, and Les Damon, 1956. Other cast regulars were Ken Lynch as Lieutenant Matt King, Harold Stone as Sergeant Waters, Jack Arissa as Sergeant Collins, and Santos Ortega as Lieutenant Gorman. The program's announcer began the program's opening each week. 21st Precinct. It's just lines on a map of the city of New York. Most of the 173,000 people wedged into the 9/10 of a square mile between Fifth Avenue and the East River wouldn't know, if you asked them, that they lived or worked in the 21st. Whether they know it or not, the security of their persons, their homes, and their property is the job of the men of the 21st. At that point the lead actor would complete the introduction. The 21st Precinct. 160 patrolmen, 11 sergeants and 4 lieutenants of whom I'm the boss. My name is Kennelly. Frank Kennelly. I'm captain in command of the 21st. Art Hanna, Bob Hill, and Hugh Holder were the program's announcers. The series was produced by John Ives. It was usually directed and written by Stanley Niss. Another source lists Niss as producer. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Now, don't go away, because next on CBS Radio's Comedy Time are those two zany characters of many characters, Bob and Ray. And now, Bob, Elliott, and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network. Bob, I'm afraid I'll have to disqualify myself on this particular challenge because I know that theme music. I know it's Bob and Ray's.
I suspected as much myself.
So,
Yeah, you can go along with the rest of the panel, and I'll just disqualify myself, being a great sportsman that I am.
Okay, Webley Webster?
Yes, sir. I'll step in for Ray.
Okay. You,
Well, hello, everybody. And welcome to the Bob and Ray Show. This is Webley L. Webster. Webley Llewellyn Webster, Canton, Massachusetts.
it's been a long time since we heard that middle name.
Born in March of 1922.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm going to,
Ray, come on back here.
Okay.
Sit down.
I mean, no need of disqualifying myself.
No, you don't need to disqualify for the whole show.
Hey, Curviers, ladies and gentlemen. CBS's Wandering Accordionist.
Let's hear a little of that familiar Curviers music, shall we? Just kind of filler kind of music.
Kirby used to be on the ferry that used to ply the Hudson River from about 42nd Street over to, what's that?
Weehawken.
Weehawken, that's right. And he caught on here right after the ferry sunk. And everyone chipped in, bought him a new squeeze box, and he is gone.
He's been keeping out of shows lately, though. This is the only one he walks in on.
Well, this is the only show where he can walk in on without getting into serious trouble. We don't have anything formalized, like, say, one of those daytime dramatic shows or a newscast. This is strictly informal.
Yes.
And we can tolerate it for a little while.
Very loosely timed.
How long has he been with us, not counting tomorrow?
Well, he's left now.
Lucky for him.
And I think we ought to get to feature number 1 on page 3 of today's Bob and Ray Show. My name is Dr. Fred B. Stoll. I run the Watch and Clock Hospital. The other day, a patient was brought into me by a very distraught man. My job, to help him. Yes, sir?
Dr. Stoll?
Yes.
I brought my grandfather clock along here.
Oh, I sense you were having trouble with him. Sit down, sir, and just try to gather your wits about you. You have the patient's name?
Yes, Seth Thomas.
Right. And the age, please.
He's about 150 years old.
Well, we'll have a look at him. Oh, Nurse Grimsby.
Yes.
Will you help me here, please?
Do what? I don't want to clean your pipes anymore, Doctor. I'm sick and tired of that job.
Let me just take a look at his dial here.
Doctor, I know it's too early yet for you to make a decision, but what do you think? I mean,
I can't diagnose without I look at him.
you didn't take too much English at medical school, did you, Doctor?
No, I skipped that. I'm more interested in chronometry. Nurse, I think we'll have to operate here.
Oh, not again, Doctor.
Looks like a bum ticker to me. Bring the patient into the workroom.
Yes, Doctor.
Hand me that mainspring, please.
Mainspring.
Doctor, should I be here? I mean, I'm not clean.
It's all right.
My hands are filthy. I had to change a tire on the way
Yes,
over.
I noticed there's grease all over them.
You don't mind if
Stand out of the way, that's all.
Just so I want to watch everything.
All right, give me a new balance, nurse.
Yes, do you want some light oil, too, Doctor?
That wouldn't do any harm, I guess.
That pendulum, I think, could stand with polishing.
Yes, I've already taken care of that.
Yes, Doctor.
Be careful, don't drop that screwdriver. There we are. Do you have the time, nurse?
Yes, it's 10 minutes past the hour.
All right. We'll just set the hands here.
Doctor, can you tell me now? I want to know how...
We'll know in just a short time.
How the old grandfather's clock will be.
Of course you do.
Does that hurt? What you doing now? Oh,
Sir, I think I've cured your patient.
That's the tick. I didn't know it.
Now, the real test. We'll see if he still strikes.
Oh, Doctor.
You've done it again, Nurse Grimsby, and, sir,
Oh, I'm so happy for you, sir.
I pronounce your patient cured.
Oh.
The clock of life is wound but once, and no man has the power to tell just where the hands will stop at late or early hour.
Well, wasn't that ever dramatic?
It was a gripping story, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm glad everything worked out all right.
All right, and now the next subject here is the Columbia phonograph.
Hola, amigo. You want to know about stereo phonographs? Listen to my last bullfight on ordinary stereo. Ale! But now, Columbia Stereo 1. There is a corrida de toros, real lifelike, magnifica. There is such a big difference in stereo phonographs. With most, all you get is a couple of speakers shooting in different directions. But with Columbia, hombre, you get fantastic stereo projection. What it does is to send circles of sound sweeping through every inch of a room. You are surrounded with live sound, live feeling, live passion. Ole! Ole! How they cheered me. Ask your Columbia phonograph dealer to demonstrate Stereo 1 by Columbia. Prices start as low as $39.95 for portables, $129.95 for consoles. El Picador! Who let that bull out?
Right now, it's time for the Bob and Ray feature called Beg Your Pardon. As serious news gatherers, responsible reporters, it seems we've done it again. Last week, we asked you all to turn your clocks back an hour to mark the end of daylight saving time. And we were wrong, and we have a good many apologies to make, and I guess we better start with you, sir. Could we have your name?
Charlie.
Charlie what, please?
Please, sir.
And what time do you have on your watch now, Mr. Please?
No, my name is Dennison.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought it was like my parents used to always say that. They'd say, you know...
Charlie what, please?
Yes, when I'd forget to say please or thank you.
Uh-huh. Well, what time do you have right now?
It's 2:12. I don't know whether it's AM or PM. I've been a little mixed up ever since you made the wrong announcement.
Well, either way, Mr. Dennison, you're several hours off on the time. Did anything bad happen to you because of the time mix-up?
Well, I'm in town on a vacation, and a week ago, Tuesday, I thought I'd take a tour of all the night spots.
But, of course, you were way off on your time, and I guess that interfered.
That's right. I thought it was around midnight, but it was 2 in the afternoon.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of the clubs were closed, you know, but I kept banging at the doors to the various night spots. And,
well, I hope nothing serious happened, Mr. Dennison.
Well, here and there I was thrown into the street by some sharp, sleek-looking men who answered the door.
Well, we're terribly sorry, and I wonder if there's anything we can do for you now.
Well, I tell you, give me the right time. I've been trying to get out of town for several days now, but I can't seem to make connections at the airport.
Well, we're sorry about that, too. We'd love to give you the right time, but we're kind of confused here ourselves. Will you forgive us, Charlie, please?
Sure. We all make mistakes. It was nice seeing you.
Thank you. And, ma'am, may I know your name?
Do you mind if I don't tell you my name? See, I'm a famous personality, and a lot of people think I'm in Palm Springs.
All right, well, we'll keep it in confidence, ma'am. You look, incidentally, like one of the notorious Lane sisters, are you?
Please don't keep probing. Let's just say I'm famous and let it go at that.
All right, now, you were inconvenienced somehow by the misleading information we gave out at these microphones?
Well, I have a son at a military academy, you know.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, up at Avansdale. Anyway, I thought I'd surprise him with a visit. And when I got there, it was midnight. And I was under the impression that it was around 11 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't get to see him either. You see, I'd planned a visit with my boy just before pottage.
Mess, you mean? Well, we're terribly sorry about that.
So am I. But anyhow, according to the rules of the academy, I won't be permitted to see my boy now until he's a chicken colonel.
Well, I don't know what to say, man. If there were only something I could do to make up for it.
Well, I tell you, just keep my visit here a secret, and we'll call it square.
And you won't tell us who you are?
Please. You can understand.
All right, I'll just repeat then that we're awfully sorry, and the same goes for all of you who are here today. Please accept our humblest apologies here on the Bob and Ray Beg Your Pardon feature. And if you'll all send your watches to us, we'll see that they're within. All right, that's enough, audience.
Gee, I don't know if we have time to check on Mr. Schrank today. I don't think we do, Bob. Do you?
Probably not. No, my watch is running, so I don't.
No, we really don't. But we do have time to remind everybody about Celebrity Snapshot, another feature of ours. Tonight's guest, we have Mr. Maury Murphy, right? He's world famed for his brilliantly trained talking dogs. Welcome to the show, Mr. Murphy.
Thank you. You can call me Murph.
Okay, Murph, first off, can you tell our audience how you go about training your remarkable dogs to talk?
Well, I started a few years back by teaching just one, and then he taught all the others.
I see. And will that be the one you have with you tonight? Cute little thing there?
That's right. This is little Clyde. I brought him along to say a few words on behalf of United States Savings Bonds. All right, now, Clyde, let's have it loud. And Clyde, come on, say it, boy. You remember, come on.
Looks like you'd like to say something.
Sometimes the cat gets his tongue. Clyde. Well, I guess I'll have to say it for him this time. United States Savings Bonds, now with a speedy 7-year, 9-month maturity. Buy them, you'll like what they do to your money. Now, what was so hard about that, Clyde? Oh, wait a minute. You're not Clyde. I brought the wrong dog. This is Babcock, and he never says anything. Thought he was mighty quiet in the cab on the way over.
Well, thanks anyway, Murph, for visiting with us tonight, and so long for now.
Come on, Babcock. Yes, I know it. Wasn't your fault. Good night.
Good night, sir. We're awfully sorry it didn't pan out the way you'd prefer. But oftentimes things don't. I think that's what makes life so interesting. Yeah. Well, come on, get out of here. All right.
Ray, you'll be happy to know we had a request in the mail today for you to sing that great Come and Get It Day. Could you work that into the schedule before the end of this week?
Oh, I thought you meant today.
No, I know you weren't prepared today.
Bob, before I sing publicly, I always like to go over it several times at home for a very critical audience.
Mm-hmm.
And once they're satisfied, then I'm prepared to go before the great unseen radio audience and deliver, in my own way, a song.
Well, that, of course...
What was it again you requested?
The Great Come and Get It Day.
The Great Come and Get It Day. It's one of my particular favorites. I wonder how you came across it, Bob.
I heard Earl Wrightson sing it once.
Oh, really?
And I know that you are known as Mr. Perfection as far as songs go, and I wouldn't want you to try it now.
Glad you remember that, Bob. I am. Rather than go before the public unrehearsed.
You said all that.
I did? Well,
but if you can work that into your rehearsal schedule.
Come and Get It Day. Would you hum just a note of it?
I'll have to do that a little bit later.
We'll be back with a good joke in just 10 seconds.
Now here's a good joke. It's better to tighten your belt than to lose your pants.
Lamar, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob, and we have reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
This is the CBS Radio Network.